So, you've been texting a girl back and forth and the vibe's been great. She's texting back fast, she's interested in the conversation, then all of a sudden, she just stops replying. You start to think to yourself, everything was going great. Did I say something wrong? Was it the emoji I used? Where exactly did I go wrong? If you relate to this scenario, don't worry, we've all been there. Although getting ghosted sucks, it doesn't mean that you did something wrong. There's a multitude of reasons why a girl could choose to ghost you. So in this video, I'll be breaking down the top 5 reasons why this could happen. And more importantly, I'll be showing you how you can bounce back from this. With that being said, let's get into our first reason. The first reason that she may have ghosted you is because she just lost interest. We had to get the most obvious one out the way first. She might have just lost interest in you. This is a hard pill to swallow, but sometimes you can do everything right and she still just isn't interested in you. Women are heavily governed by their emotions, and maybe she just wasn't feeling any emotional attachment to you. This isn't something that you can avoid. It simply comes with the territory. Every girl you talk to isn't going to be compelled to build a relationship with you, and it literally could be for no reason at all. It's like how you used to be into basketball, but now you're more of a football guy. Or maybe you were heavily into Minecraft at one point in your life, but now you could care less. But with that, we can jump into our next reason. Reason number 2 why she may have ghosted you is because she was just bored. Yes, you heard me right. Maybe she was just bored. Her intentions from the start were never to build a relationship with you. Sometimes girls will just text you because they don't have anything else to do. She literally just seen it as an opportunity to entertain herself. She really just enjoyed the attention, but really didn't see it going anywhere. The moment the novelty wore off and she started feeling bored again, she just decided to stop engaging. This happened to me one time, and a girl literally told me to kick rocks. She literally texted me first, started a whole conversation, then she told me to kick rocks and she blocked me. Try not to take stuff like this to heart. It's literally just a part of the dating game. But with that being said, we can move on to our next reason. The third reason why she may have ghosted you is because she's keeping her options open. We have to be realistic with ourselves. Women are always talking to multiple guys. If you have any female friends, just ask to see her DMs. You're literally gonna see a sea of guys trying to get her attention. With this in mind, you have to assume that the girl that you're talking to has a similar line of guys trying to talk to her. Maybe one of those guys simply impressed her more than you did. Maybe he had more text game than you, or maybe he was more physically attractive. Whatever it may be, there's some attribute that he has that caused her to choose him over you. This is probably one of the most common reasons why you get ghosted, simply because of how competitive the dating market is right now. I want you to understand, regardless of if you recognize it or not, you're fighting against 10 other guys for her attention at all times. This reason for being ghosted simply comes down to her choosing him over you. Once again, it's all a part of the game. You literally cannot win them all. With that being said, let's move on to our next reason. The next reason why you may have been ghosted is that you either showed too much interest or not enough interest. If you're overly eager, double texting her, sending long paragraphs, or being too available, she probably got overwhelmed and decided just to not talk to you anymore. She also could have taken this as a sign of desperation and eventually lost attraction for you. On the flip side, if you seem distant or uninterested, she might have just assumed that you didn't like her that much. This is one of the few reasons where getting ghosted could actually be your fault. Objectively look back at your messages and genuinely ask yourself, was I texting her too much or too little? If you seen yourself doing either of these prior to getting ghosted, moving forward, I recommend you work on matching her energy. If she's sending you paragraphs, go ahead and send her paragraphs. But if she's giving you one-word answers, either reply with one word also, or just completely dead the conversation. But with that being said, we can move on to our last reason. Reason number 5 why she may have ghosted you is she got back with her ex. This is one of the most common and unavoidable reasons for getting ghosted, simply because the emotional attachment she has with her ex most of the time trumps anything that you can manage while just texting her. This is especially true if she recently ended a relationship, because the less time that she has away from her ex, the easier it is for those feelings to resurface. And instead of explaining all of that to you, she's just gonna go ghost. However, she may come back when she fall back out with her ex. Okay, now that I've addressed the top reasons why you may be getting ghosted, I'm now finna go over how you can come back from it. The first step to bouncing back from being ghosted is to not chase her. Going back to matching her energy. Bro, if she's not texting you, you don't need to be texting her. The moment she stops adding to the conversation, just completely stop, bro. Don't double text her and try to reinvigorate the conversation. Don't try to make a joke about it. You have to close the message and never look back. Trying to message her after already getting ghosted makes you come across as desperate and needy. This is counterproductive to trying to get her to regain interest. The only thing you're doing by double and triple texting her is lowering your attraction. Okay, now that you've stopped texting her, the next step to bounce back is to self-improve. You should use this experience as motivation to start improving yourself in all aspects. You should always be trying to improve, but you can use getting ghosted as extra motivation. In this video, I've already said that you can be ghosted for reasons completely out of your control. However, I want you to think about it like this. If you were the best possible version of yourself, would she have ghosted you? Imagine a version of yourself that was locked in at the gym, never slacked on hygiene, knew how to dress, literally you but better in every way. There's still a possibility that you could have gotten ghosted, but self-improvement definitely would have helped your chances. Not to mention, if the girl that just ghosted you sees you improving, she's way more likely to try to come back to you. And if not, the girls that you talk to in the future will be less likely to ghost you. Self-improving is literally a win-win situation. With that being said, that concludes the section on how to bounce back. I'm not gonna lie, there's not too much active things that you can do to come back from getting ghosted. You literally just have to stop texting her, self-improve, and wait for her to come back, if she comes back at all. To quickly recap the video, the main reasons why you're getting ghosted is because she either lost interest, she was just texting you out of boredom, she's keeping her options open, you showed too much interest or not enough, or she got back with her ex. And the only way that you can come back from getting ghosted is by leaving her alone and self-improving. There are no active texting steps that can help you. Just focus on yourself. With that being said, leave a like if you learned something. Let me know in the comments if she actually comes back. But alright, I'm gonna catch y'all.